Hello, my name is Natalie. If you're new here, welcome. Today's video is on travel tips with a toddler. We just returned from a 3-week trip in London and some parts of Italy. We have a 2.5-year-old and she is a very active and busy girl, so it was a lot, but we managed, we survived, and we enjoyed it for the most part. So we traveled from Australia to London, then we went to Venice, Milan for a night, Lake Como mainly, then down to Milan again, La Spezia, so we could visit Cinque Terre. Then we went to Forte de Marmi, which was an amazing beach trip. We were going to go to Florence at that point, but we decided to cancel that and spend more time in Forte de Marmi because we were just loving it so much. And lastly, we went to Rome to do a little bit of sightseeing and then fly out from there. So we had quite a whirlwind trip. If you haven't already seen, I've made a flight tips with a toddler video for like a long haul flight, so you can catch that on my channel. I've also finished filming a packing video and I'll be making a couple of other bits and pieces here and there, so do subscribe to my channel if you want to see those travel videos as well. First thing I would say before you've even left is if you are booking or planning your itinerary, I would try and book at least 3 nights in each place if you can. I get it, you want to be moving as quick as possible and seeing as much as you can, but I felt like the places where we stayed for 1 or 2 nights, it was really quite busy, quite stressful. We didn't really relax. Whereas where we stayed for 3 nights, we were a lot more relaxed and it was a lot more enjoyable. And there was more we could kind of figure out in terms of what we could do locally that was appropriate for Tilly as well to enjoy. So definitely book 3 nights if you can. The second tip is don't stress if you miss out on stuff because you can always go back. Yes, it is possible to do sightseeing. It is possible for you to see the things that you want to see, but at the same time, you know, your kid might have a tantrum, they might not want to be there, and it might be really, really stressful for you. So just have that in the back of your mind. You can always come back at a later time, you know, in the future if you want to. My third tip would be that lots of snacks and iPad or movies or something is going to be your best friend. If you can bribe them with snacks, you can bribe them with a movie, bribe them with something. It saved us so many times and it will probably work really well for you. So make sure you have lots of snacks and activities for your child to do with you at all times. That will help you to enjoy the trip and also them. My next tip is around actual moving around and traveling. Public transport was amazing in Italy and London, but obviously depending on where you're going, it might be a different story. The other thing is to have a foldable pram. The one we normally have at home is quite large and not very compact when it's folded down. So we decided to borrow the one that our in-laws have, and that one folded down a lot easier, so it could fit into train luggage compartments and under seats a lot better. So definitely have a more compact foldable pram if you can get one. My fifth tip would be to pack as light as possible and as hands-free as you can. We used backpacks, so both my husband and I had big hiking packs on, and we also had day packs, so on our front. So we were kind of carrying a backpack on the back and a backpack on the front. But it worked really well for us to wrangle Tilly. A lot of the times she didn't actually want to sit in the pram, so we would often just put our day packs in the pram and then hold her hand while we had our hands free because we were wearing backpacks. So just pack as light as possible and as hands free as you can, because the last thing you want is to run around after a toddler whilst trying to wrangle a suitcase and a pram at the same time. It's just a lot. So be as hands free as possible. Within that, I would say you don't actually need as much toddler stuff as you think. You can always buy more. So nappies, wet wipes, even medicines, you know, depending on where you're going, there's likely to be pharmacy, there's likely to be supermarkets, there's likely to be stuff available. So don't pack too much toddler stuff. Even toys and activities you can buy over there, or, you know, at the airport. If you just wanted to use it for the plane and then throw it away after, you could do that. So don't stress too much about overpacking for your child. My sixth tip is that routines don't really matter. Don't stress too much when you're on holiday about routines. So having a regular nap, having regular meal times, all that kind of stuff gets thrown out the window. In Italy, restaurants weren't opening until 7 o'clock sometimes. So we were eating at 7:30, 8 o'clock at times and going to bed at 9:30 or so. So it just pays to be flexible when you're on holiday and not stress too much about that regular routine. My 7th tip is that where there is an opportunity, do let them run around if you can or if they can. Luckily in London there was a playground right beside our hotel, so we went up there most mornings to let Tilly play on the slides and run around in there. It was fully fenced, which was amazing. Find airport playgrounds, buy beach toys if you're going to the beach, just that sort of stuff. Just let them run around when the opportunity is available. Another tip, if you like, is that most people are understanding and will try and help you if you're having a lot of trouble with luggage or with a screaming child, or you know, you need to find nappies, for example. Most people are going to be really helpful, so don't be afraid to ask for help. And my last tip, if you will, is to just realize that meltdowns are going to happen. Your child is going to have a tantrum. It's a very, very overwhelming experience for us and also for them, because they have zero control, zero familiarity over what's happening. Every day, you know, you're rushing from place to place and they don't know why. So do bear in mind that meltdowns are going to happen. If you need to go back to your hotel or accommodation, you know, leave where you are, go have a nap, have a rest day if you need to. That's also why I recommend 3 days in one place, because then it gives you that space to have a rest day if you need it. Divide and conquer if you can, so leave your partner at the hotel with your child if you can, and you can go out and have a day by yourself or half a day by yourself. Just try and relax and enjoy your trip. It is so amazing that you get to go to where you're going, and I hope you have an amazing time if you are going somewhere soon. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoy these tips. Please let me know where you are going for your holiday and whether you have any questions. I would love to help answer them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
I want a red one.
Oh, he wants a red one? Okay, you can.
She's
She's on the red one.
on the red one.
Red one.